ผมจะขอเริ่มดำเนินการสัมมนาอย่างเป็นทางการณบัดนี้ครับ
Dr. Somchai Sujjapongse, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, and also Chairman of the Board Member of Government Pension Fund, GPF Thailand.
Honorable speakers, GPF board members, GPF members, and GPF executives.
Mass media, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to GPF 20th Anniversary Event, International Conference on Pension and Investment, Lessons Learned and Challenges Ahead. My name is Sri Kanya, Deputy Secretary General GPF. I am your MC today.
And my name is Katkate, Associate Director. I'm also your MC today. So today is GPF, our birthday.
Yes, indeed, we are 20 years old today. That's why we organize this event to celebrate the birthday.
Without further ado, let's start the proceedings.
Let's do it. But before we begin, I'd like to announce a little change in our schedule. Kun Apisak Tanti Warawong, our finance minister, has an urgent meeting. He cannot come to deliver his keynote speech. He has sent his apologies and asked Dr. Somchai Sujjapongse, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Finance, to deliver his keynote speech on his behalf.
That means we need Kun Sombat Narawuttichai, GPF Secretary General, to deliver a welcoming address instead.
That's right. Now let's start. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kun Sombat Narawuttichai, GPF Secretary General.
It is a great honor to welcome Dr. Somchai Sujjapongse, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, and also the Chairman of GPF Board Members. Honorable speakers, Dr. Pablo Antoine Nicolas from OECD France, Dr. Dong Yun Park from ADB, the Philippines, Dr. Gregory Haeni from CPEG, Switzerland, Mr. Yotaro Takahara from the Investment Trust Association of Japan, Mr. Seamus Collins from JP Morgan, Australia, honorable media and guests. On behalf of Government Pension Fund of Thailand, I would like to welcome all of you to our international conference on pensions and investments, lessons learned and challenges ahead. This event is organized to celebrate our 20th anniversary, and today is the day that marks our 20th birthday. This event is organized as a sharing session of experience in pension fiduciary duty by organizing the event into morning session focusing on pension system, afternoon sessions on pension investments, and followed by a roundtable discussion joined by all speakers. We believe that the event today will give you some ideas and insights on how to make our pension system not just GPF, sustainable, better coverage, and more adequate. Apart from those sessions, I would like to take this opportunity to invite Dr. Somchai Sujjapongse to deliver the keynote speech on challenges of Thai pension systems, the issues of coverage, adequacy, and sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Somchai Sujjapongse. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, speakers, GPF member, ladies and gentlemen, mass media also. I would like to apologize for my minister who could not join us today because he has prior engagement in Nakhon Phanom province, in northeastern part of Thailand. I'm a substitute, I know. So I try my best to be a good substitute. It is my privilege to be among all of us in this conference. And it seems to me that lessons to be learned and challenges ahead with regard to the pension and investments are never-ending issues. There are more lessons to be learned, always. There are new challenges ahead of us to be tackled relentlessly. In the case of Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, over the last decade, Thailand has been facing with a rapidly aging population due to demographic transformation resulting from falling fertility and rising life expectancies. This situation has led to the increase in the share of elderly population, while the working age population started to shrink. When people live longer, one important thing we need to concern is income security to ensure that we can maintain our affordability and good living conditions over the lifetime. Therefore, population aging and the well-being of older persons are major emerging challenges for the Thai government. During the past years, we have introduced a variety of policy measures to provide the elderly in the forms of in-cash and in-kind benefits, such as old-age allowances, healthcare allowance, home health services, and lifelong education programs that mostly are financed by government budget. One of the most appropriate policies respond to population aging is to increase older people's retirement income while the government still retains its sustainability. Regarding income security, the efficiency of pension system is widely concerned to ensure that the retired people have adequate income to the end of life. Ladies and gentlemen, Thai pension system can be divided into 3 pillars. The first pillar is a mandatory defined benefit, which is publicly managed tax finance scheme and provide a social safety net for the elderly. Under this pillar, we have Social Security Fund, which aims to secure basic pension for employees in private enterprises and temporary contract employees in government organizations. For those who contribute to the Social Security Fund without additional saving are expected to receive 20% of their pre-retirement income, which seem not sufficient to maintain equivalent standard of living as before they retire. Secondly, Pillar 2 is a mandatory defined contribution for civil servants. Under this pillar, we have Government Pension Fund, GPF, which most of you are familiar with. GPF member will receive not only lump sum pension from the GPF that depends on their contributions, but also monthly pension from the government budget after retirement. Thirdly, Pillar 3 is a voluntary defined contribution scheme to promote supplementary retirement income for savers. Under this pillar, we have Provident Fund, or PVD, for employees in private corporations and state-owned enterprises. Additionally, we have National Savings Fund and Social Security Fund under Section 40 for informal workers of the self-employed. These two schemes cover the same group of people, but they provide different kind of benefits. The National Savings Fund provides benefit in terms of monthly pension, whereas the Social Security Fund under Section 40 provides lump sum benefit for their participants. Nevertheless, everyone who would like to save more money for retirement mutual fund, RMF, would be a great choice that they can enjoy tax exemption. The pension systems aim to provide adequate old age income security to people in the country. Meanwhile, the system needs to be sustainable in the long run and help enhance the quality of life of people nationwide. In terms of coverage, at the end of 2016, the labor force is around 44 million workers, of which 17 million workers are in the formal sector and 27 million workers are self-employed. As I mentioned that Thailand has a multi-pillar retirement savings schemes. The existing pension schemes in Thailand have already covered all workers to make their retirement savings in the system. However, there are only 45% of working age population in Thailand contribute to the pension fund. So there happen to be a large group of workers who lack of saving, most of which are the self-employed. Consequently, the government has been taking efforts to encourage this group to participate in the savings scheme. At the early stage, the government has to push them to recognize the importance of retirement savings by providing financial literacy. Ideally, we would like to see that all of working age population have their own retirement saving. According to the OECD research, the reason why people may not join a pension scheme is that they lack of knowledge on pension systems. And the scheme is in particular. For instance, around 80% of informal workers in India did not know what a pension was, even though Indian government provides retirement savings scheme, but few informal workers join in the public provident fund. However, one of their proposals for successfully bringing those informal workers into the system is through financial education. This would help informal workers understand the objective of pension systems and arrangements available for them. Next, for the adequacy. The adequacy of pensions is measured by their ability to prevent poverty. The effectiveness of a pension system is determined by the replacement rate, which is the ratio of post-retirement income to average pre-retirement income. The adequate post-retirement income should not be less than 50% of average pre-retirement income. For example, in OECD countries also, they have approximately 60% replacement rate. In Thailand, our multi-pillar pension system provide a wide range of pension benefits starting from 20% to 70%. For civil who join the public service for a very long time, they will receive 70% replacement rate. While workers who have no additional saving other than the compulsory saving in Social Security Fund will receive just 20% replacement rate, which lower than sufficient level of 50%. For the self-employed, as they lack of saving, they are prone to be in poverty in their old age. These would be our main challenges to provide an adequate income for groups of workers to maintain their living standard. According to the Pension Adequacy Report of the European Commission, suggested that delaying retirement by 2 years beyond the standard will increase the replacement rates by at least 5% for a person at average earning. On the other hand, if workers are retired 2 years before the pensionable age, will result in substantial loss in replacement rate. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of sustainability relates to fiscal and financial balance between revenues and liabilities in pension schemes. To be sustainable in the long run, public pension schemes must be able to absorb the impact of population aging without destabilizing public finances. Pension costs make up a large part of public expenditure and are a major factor in the present and medium to long-term public budget position. So far, the government spending on pensions increased continuously. Last year, the government spent 0.3 trillion baht, which is 2% of GDP, or 12% of government budget. And in the next 5 years, it will be expected to increase to 3% of GDP, or 14% of the government budget. In case of EU countries, the public expenditure on pension was 11.3% of GDP on average, ranging from 6.9% of GDP in Netherlands to 16.2% of GDP in Greece. In countries with larger projected increase in public pension expenditures, there will be a need for further pension reforms to contain the growth in cost. If the retirement savings system reaches its high level of coverage and the older people obtain adequate income, the government burden on pension welfare could be stable in the long run, which sustainability is satisfied. In order to enhance the coverage, equity, and sustainability of the pension systems, the government has already proceeded with development plans for the year forward. First is the formation of National Pension Committee, chaired by the Prime Minister. The committee will formulate national pension policy to ensure sound pension systems. The committee comprises the representatives from relating agencies such as Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Social Development and Human Security, Ministry of Interior, Budget Bureau, and also experts on pensions issues. Currently, the formation of National Pension Committee is on the legislation process. Secondly, in terms of coverage, the government is considering about increasing the contribution rate of National Savings Fund scheme in order to encourage informal workers to participate in the National Savings Fund. Next implementation is to enhance retirement income adequacy. Even though Thailand has a multi-pillar pension systems, some groups of workers are prone to be in poverty in their old age, as mentioned earlier, especially for those who rely merely on pension from Social Security Fund. Therefore, the Ministry of Finance has proposed to set up National Pension Fund. This is the new one. It's going to be competing agency with GPF, but different group of people. That is a mandatory provident fund applicable to former workers and fit into Pillar 2. The Cabinet has already approved the content of its establishment on November 8, 2016. The objective of NPF, or National Pension Fund, is to ensure an adequate post-retirement income with no less than 50% of workers' latest salary, and also expect the fund to be financially self-sustained due to the defined contribution features of the fund. The fund is expected to start its operation next year. Lastly, the Social Security Fund has planned to initiate the pension reform strategy to improve its financial sustainability and benefit equity of insurers by increasing minimum pensionable age from 55 to 60 years old and increasing contribution rate on old age benefit from 6% to 10%, and other related measures. In conclusion, we can see that coverage, adequacy, and sustainability are linked and have to be supplemented altogether. Sound pension systems help ensure adequate retirement income and relieve government fiscal burden. I strongly believe that all development plans of the Thai pension system I have mentioned will support the Thai pension system going forward. I wish GPF, the Government Pension Fund, a successful and productive conference, and truly hope that our distinguished audience speakers will gain a better understanding of our pension system and take valuable lessons from successful cases around the globe. Thank you.